Good morning, everyone. All right, so today we are going to start multiplying decimals. Multiplying decimals is exactly like multiplying whole numbers, except at the very end of the problem, you need to figure out where the decimal is going to go. So, number 1, 24 3/10 times 8. Always put the number with more digits on the top and the number with the fewest digits on the bottom. So right now we're just going to ignore the decimal and we won't worry about that until we're finished multiplying. So 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 4 is 32. 32 plus 2 is 34. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. Now what we're going to do is we're going to count how many digits were behind the decimal in the problem. 1. So we need 1 digit behind the decimal in our answer. So my decimal is going to sit right in front of that 4. So our answer is 194 4/10. So you should have the paper in front of you and you should be writing down all of this work as you're watching the video. You can stop the video or pause the video at any time if you need to catch up. Number 2. 6 times 7 84/100. Always put the number with more digits on the top and the number with the fewest digits on the bottom. 4 times 6 is 24. 6 times 8 is 48. 48 plus 2 is 50. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 5 is 47. Now we see that we had an 8 behind the decimal and a 4 behind the decimal. That's 2 digits. So we must have 2 digits behind the decimal in our answer. So our decimal is going to sit right here. Answer 47 4/100. Number 3, 0 796,000 times 12. Always put the number with more digits on the top. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1, 19. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. Now put your 0 placeholder. 1 times 6, 1 times 9, 1 times 7. Add your digits. 2 plus 0. 9 plus 6 is 15. Put down the 5, carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 9 is 15. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. Now, we had a 7 behind the decimal, a 9 behind the decimal, and a 6 behind the decimal. We had 3 digits behind the decimal. So we must have 3 digits behind the decimal in our answer. So this answer is 9 552,000. Remember, you can pause or rewind this video at any time. Number 4. 4 thousandths times 3 5/10. 5 times 4 is 20. Put your 0 placeholder. And 3 times 4 is 12. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers behind the decimal in the problem. Now, pay close attention to this one. This one's a little different. Pay close attention. We had 4 digits behind the decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4. So for that 4th digit, I have to put a 0, and the decimal will sit in front of that number. Number 5, 6 32/100 times 2 4/10. Always put the number with more digits on the top. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 1 is 25. Put your 0 placeholder. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. Now, go back to the problem and count the digits behind the decimal. Behind the decimal, we had a 2, a 3, and a 4. That's 3 numbers. Go to your answer. Starting at the right side, we're going to count in 1, 2, 3. So our decimal is going to sit here. 15 and 168 thousandths. Always put the decimal with more digits on the top. Nine times 0, 9 times 0, 9 times 1. 3 times 0, 3 times 0, 3 times 1. Count the digits behind the decimal in the problem. There was 1. So that answer will be 390. Now, I'm going to teach you a trick. When you're multiplying a decimal times a power of 10, times 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, etc. When you're multiplying a decimal times a power of 10, this is all you have to do. Count the number of zeros in the power of 10 number. There are 3 zeros in the number 1,000. That means we're going to move the decimal 1, 2, 3 places to the right, which means we're going to insert a 0. So that answer is 150. All right, so now you guys are going to try these 3. When you are finished, raise your hand, and we'll check and see how you did and let you know if you're ready to move on to the practice page.